Let me just see if that's okay. Bear with a second. Let me just get my tablet working. Hi Sheila, hi. Is it Bear? Is that, I don't know how. It's Bear Nolan. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not quite sure. But anyway, hello. I'm not sure that's how you pronounce your name. Let me just a second. Right, just hold on a second while I get myself all sorted out. Oh, we're a bit too close. Right, let me just zoom out a little bit more and straighten myself up. There we go. Hi Karen, hi Xenia, hi everybody. Hi everybody, hi everybody. Right, you just have to bear with me. There we go. I'm swinging in the wind a little bit. Oh no, let me just make that a little bit more. Right there. I know, well done Pamela, making it from the beginning. Good job. Let me just refresh my tablet so I can see everything. Yep, hi Rita. Oh good, Rita, you made it as well. Fantastic. Yes, so I decided to start at 12:30 just to give myself a little bit more time because otherwise I'm rushing around trying to sort stuff out, because I filmed a video prior to this which will go up in a week or so time. So I'm trying to get, yeah, inked fingers, you made it too, well done, nice. So yeah, so this the one I'm doing today is a bit like, you know, the tiered, let me find it. Oh, let me get it out. Hi Edwina, hi Sally, hi everybody. Teresa, oh good, Teresa, you made it as well, fantastic. So this is hi from Stockholm again. This is the tiered gatefold card that I did a week ago, about 2 weeks ago, maybe 10 days, 11 days, something like that. And so I've seen another one, and I was really thinking of doing one with extra things, so instead of just having two, having a few more. And so then I was like, oh, but we don't need to use squares, do we? Come on now, we don't use rectangles. We're not boring around here. And so thank you everybody. Hello, hello, good evening. Oh, good evening. Carol, yeah. So I decided to have a go with hearts. Now this is going to be difficult to show you with it not stood up, but anyway. Basically, it looks like that when it stood up. So that's sort of what it looks like. So when it stands up like, so for the top view for you, that's what it looks like from the top. Okay, and then from the front, as I said, it's quite difficult to show you, but the front view is something along those lines. It looks better when you can actually see it. But that's what we're going to have a go at. So it's a bit extra, but you could use any shape. So if you haven't got dies, or you don't have heart dies, you could use whatever shape you want. You could even just go for rectangles if you wanted to, or you could use circles if you wanted to, or you could use, if you do a man's card, you might want to use like cogs. You literally could use whatever you want, because the way that they're all stuck together is literally just one, you can probably see it here, just one long continuous strip. And so that means that you've really got versatility with this. You can do whatever you want. So I thought I'd do hearts again, because I was going to do a different, I was going to do like lemons and limes and stuff like that and make it a bit funky. But I just thought, if I do that, I know I'm going to get somebody saying, how do you do it with hearts? So I thought, right, we're just going to do it with hearts, and then you can just, yeah, do what you want afterwards. So let's put that to one side. So with this one, just so you know, the papers, I don't know if you can still get them. I just used a rose gold Miri, which I think was a Dovecraft one, but you can use anything. I recently went to the Creative Craft Show in Birmingham, UK, and they had some hunky dory rose gold, so I could have used that. And then this is the pattern paper that I used, and this, I got this from the range a few months ago now, but I think they've still got it in there. It's Art Studio. You might be able to order it online. If I can find a link, I'll put it in the description below later on. But yeah, I like these papers. I don't use them enough. So I thought I'd have a go. And this die here, this Sending Love die, is a tonic one. And again, I got that at the Creative Craft Show. And so I thought I'd use it. And I just put a border punch at the bottom. And then you've got space on the back to write. Got little bits of card stuck. And obviously you can write your message on there. So yeah. Yeah, it's good for Valentine's Day. It's also good. I thought I'd do it. I was going to do a get well soon card because it worked well for that. So you could use it for any occasion, really. So yeah, right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the easy bit. Now I've done a lot of pre-prepping, so I'm not faffing around like I've been doing in the last week. So you need, for the base, you need a 5x7 base, okay, and you're also going to need 2 mats. That are these 2 mats, and these mats are 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Then you need a pattern piece, which is 4.5 by 6.5, and a plain white piece, which is 4.5 by 6.5. I didn't have, because I'm using the Trimcraft first edition Making Memories pad, which is this one, but I've only got it in a 6x6, and obviously I'm using a 5x7 paper base. I looked all through my stash. Could I find any paper in my stash that was in these colours? No, I couldn't. I could find pinks and lilacs, but I couldn't find one with the blue. If I could find one with blue, it wasn't the right blue. So then I was like, right, what am I going to do? Because this isn't big enough. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make my own backing paper and just cut some strips up and stuck them onto a piece of copy paper, and then just stuck them on diagonally. Sally, I'm blurred. Yeah, a few people have said I'm blurred. I'm blurred on my tablet, but it's because of the resolutions that I've put on. So, oh, Bernadette. Okay, cool. Yes. So I think it might be a resolution. So you might want to check your settings. I don't know if you can do it while you're looking or whether you have to come off and do it. I'm not sure. But yeah, have a look at your resolution settings, because I know on my tablet I have the same problem. I've got a tablet just off camera here on the side on top of my guillotine, logged into a different account so I can see what everybody else can see, and so I can read everyone's comments, and that's blurred as well. So, but I think it's just because I haven't set my settings high enough. And also, to be honest, that screen does blur a little bit. So, yeah. But hopefully when you watch it back, it should be fine, because I've had people say that before, where it's blurred when they're watching it now, but then when they watch it back, it's fine. So, hopefully. So, yes, it's the Making Memory pad I use. So, I made myself up my own pattern paper. I've already stuck it onto the mat. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stick the pattern down, but we're not going to stick the back panel on the back just yet. Okay, so we're just going to stick the front down. So I'm going to go and I know, I'm sorry, I cut down on the faff today. And also because I actually filmed a video just prior to this. So this morning about 10, I filmed a video that will go up in a few weeks' time, in a week or so time. And oh my days, I had such a game with that. I've only had 6 hours sleep again, as is kind of normal. But oh dear, I was thinking to myself, I hope my live stream goes better than this video is going, because otherwise, yeah. Anyway, so I was quite glad that I'd actually pre-prepared everything, like pre-done everything, so that I've got least amount of faffing, hopefully. Okay, so that's going to be the front bit. I've cut out, and again, this was these tonic dies that I bought at the Creative Craft Show. And I've got another craft haul video. I didn't want to exhaust you all, but I've got another one on Sunday. I think it's planned for Sunday, where I go through what I bought at the show. And so I thought I would add that onto there. But I quite like these dies because they've got the shadow as well. They come with the shadow. So, and I was going to put that. I really wanted to put it there so it's in line with that red strip. But I think it's going to be too low once I get my hearts on. So we'll see. We'll leave that and we'll come back to that. You also need 2 base pieces, strips, and these are little arms that all the hearts slot onto. And this is, well, I made mine about 3/4 by 9 inches. If you want to go higher than 3/4, you can. You can go a bit, a bit more, or if you want to go a little bit less, you can. But if you go less, just bear in mind, this is the only thing that's holding your hearts into place. So you don't want to go too, you don't want to go too flimsy. I'm already wondering if this is going to be stable enough, to be honest with you. The card that I used here, I would say, was about a 300, maybe a bit more. And this isn't. This is not a 300. This is like a 220, maybe. It's not very much. So we'll see how this goes. It might just all fall apart. We will see. My base paper, so my actual base card. So it really depends what you want to do, depending on what base, what GSM your pattern is and your mat is. So my actual base is a 240. The mat is about a 200, 210. And then my top, Well, this is 200, but I've also stuck it onto copier paper, which obviously is very thin. And you've got the double-sided tape as well, so that's made it a bit more, but it would have been a 200. And then the back section, which is going to stick on the back there, you've got another 200, 210, and then you've got another 240. So you've got quite a lot. So when that goes together, that's very stable. You know, it's quite weighty, and it's quite thick. Do you know what I mean? You've got quite a good wadge there. So yeah, just bear that in mind. So if you have got something, I would say probably your base needs to be about 240, but just don't go too heavy on your mats and layers. If I was using that Miri card like I did on the original, then I would need to go a bit less, I think. This one, yeah, so this one, the base was a lot chunkier, the mat was a lot chunkier, the paper was probably about a 180, and then the same on the back, quite chunky, quite chunky, quite chunky. So this is solid. Right, so where were we? So with your strips, hi Benita, with your strips, let me make it so I can see it. So this is the 3/4 by 9. So along the 9-inch edge, you're literally going to score every inch. So you're going to score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you are going to do the same on this strip. Same again, every inch. Nice and easy, every inch. Now the summer holidays are coming up, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with regards to live streams. I really want to carry on doing them, but I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get, the chances are I will get interrupted by my son. So I will see. I might try, oh, racetrack time again, noisy motorbike. I might try and do a live stream and see how it goes, see if we get any interruptions, see what happens. We will see. We will see. Right, so then this strip, you just want a concertina. If you start with a mountain fold and then just mountain valley your way along the strip, basically, and just try and make sure that it stays kind of sort of straight. So I'm going to try, I'm trying to line it up with the card on the other side, sort of thing. Hi Dawn from Maine. I've always wanted to go to Maine. Always wanted to go to Maine. It looks beautiful over there. Right, so we're just concertinaing. And I do quite a lot of turning around when I do this folding business. And I know people have moaned at me before about that, so I'm very sorry if it bothers you. But I have to do it so that I can get it nice and straight. So yeah. Turn it round. This takes a bit of time. Right, so concertina, 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 let's look. Yep, that way it goes out. Okay, hi Liz in Canada. Wow, it's mad. It's just really mad, I think, the fact that, you know, got so many different people from all over the world. Right, so that's one done. Let's just fold it back up again. Yeah, there's one done. Let's do the other one. Talk amongst yourselves, people. Just folding things. Just folding things up. Takes a bit of time. There we go. Almost there. Yes, that's right, Silver Granny. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. I'm not very good at self-promoting, am I? I'm really not. I'm really a bit rubbish. So there we go. Well, this is true, Sally, and same in my house. Same in my house. Right. So there we go. There's two zigzaggy pieces. So then we need to bring in our bring in our base card. So this is the piece that goes on the back. Don't need that just yet. So what we're going to do is now, what I would do is get your smallest heart. So obviously matte and layered hearts. Get your smallest heart and kind of lay it on here like this. Obviously making sure it's straight. And then what I would do is just kind of make a little mark on the side. You can do it on the back if you want, because you are going to see it. Actually, let me turn this over. Let me turn this over so I'm doing it on the back, because this bit's going to get covered up. And then making sure that's straight. This is the biggest problem I've had, is making sure my hearts are actually straight and not wonky. I think that's way about straight. That's where it's going to come to. It's going to come to there, and it's going to come to about here-ish. Okay, so the reason why you want to do that is just because then, you know, your little ziggy zaggy bits are not going to be too high for your heart, your lowest heart. You can also get one of your biggest hearts on and have a quick look, so that if I make sure that goes there, then that should be okay. You will see a bit of it, but that's why I've done it red. You're going to need 2 large hearts, 2 medium, 2 next size down, and 2 small. So in total, you've got 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8 hearts in total. And I've actually staggered I've gone for 2 patterns, and I just cut a complete set out of one pattern and a complete set out of the other pattern. And then I'm into, you know, interlocking them, as it were. On my original, I didn't do that. So on my original, both my small and my second largest heart were the same pattern, and then my 2 large and my 2 second smallest were the same pattern, but I sort of like the idea of having them different colours. So yeah, 8 hearts in total, or whatever you're using, whatever shapes you're using. Okay, so what we're going to do then, so I've just checked my largest heart, which is there. So that pencil mark that I've drawn is a bit below. She'd really want it there. So if I make sure that when this goes, it sticks on, that's the bottom, that's the lowest my strip can go, then hopefully it'll work. Right, okay, that's all right, Sparky Lady. It's good to see you. Be able to catch up, hopefully. Hopefully. Right, so then we're going to take one of these. Now, it just depends on... No, we're going to go that way around. So I'm going to go this way around. So we're just going to glue up the inside piece. Yeah, so you can see it's sort of facing inwards. Oh, just dropping my glue. Pop my glue up there. There we go. And then let's just turn this around. And you want to make sure that it goes right into that corner. My pencil line shows me where the bottom of my thingy bob needs to be. So the bottom of my strip, that's the word I'm looking for, strip needs to be. So let's just lay this on here. Yeah, that's fine. So you're going to see a little bit at the top there, but it's fine because I've used like for like card. Okay, so that's the front of my card. So that's my little front strip. Just like a weird springy piece hanging off the side there. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Thank you, Karen. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue on here, like this. And then I'm going to flip this over again. And again, just put that into there like that. Line it up with that pencil mark, because then you know it's even. If you want to, you can measure up and then draw a line. That glue is Yoo-hoo glue that I use. It's a, what's it called? It's an all-purpose glue, and it is, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, it melts things like acetate. Let me just show you. So it's Yoo-hoo. This is the one I use. I like it because they used to do bigger tubes than this for £1 in Poundland. And so that's why I like it. It sticks really well, like really well. If you want something to stick and never come off, Yoo-hoo is your friend. You can use the other one as well that I would use is I haven't got the actual packaging for it because I've decanted it into these, but it's Dovecraft Clear Craft glue, and it comes in a little like almost like a teardrop shape with a little pink thing on it. I'll try and find it, or I'll do a link for it. I think they still do it, but that's also very good glue. Yeah, it doesn't warp the paper. I find Yoo-hoo doesn't wallpaper. The only thing I would say with Yoo-hoo is I'm a bit nervous about using it. So when I used it, when I made this one, I did use it, but I was very sparing, because if you get it on the mirror and you end up rubbing it, it takes the top of the mirror off. So that's the only thing I would say with Yoo-hoo. I don't use it on, I tend not to use it on mirror unless I'm desperate and I'm going to use it sparingly, and I don't use it on glitter either, because again, or acetate, because it will melt it. But any kind of normal cardstock, it's good for. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick this back section on. So now we've stuck these two little bits on, we can go ahead and stick our back panel on. Now if you wanted to, you could have made these white, but I just thought, because I have a red mat, that's what I'm going to do, and then it's least obtrusive, I guess. So yeah, solvent based, that's the one. I was thinking acetone based. I was like, no, that's not right. Yes, solvent based. See, after 6 hours sleep, my brain is like, sorry, we're not helping you right now. You didn't give us enough sleep, and we're not going to help you. Right, so let's stick this down. If you want to stamp a greeting, do it before you stick it down. I'm living dangerously. I'm not stamping a greeting. I shall add something on later, because I'm not entirely sure. There's a get well soon card, so I might even cut another one out and stick it in the middle there. Right, so that's that stuck down. So let's flip this over, and now the fun begins. It's the sticking hearts time. Yes, that's right, Karen. A water-based glue can warp paper, because I tried to use Anita's tacky glue, which I love for embellishments, but for sticking down a matte and layer, I just didn't get on with it. I know a lot of people do. Yeah, Cynthia, what country are you in? Hopefully you should be able to get it. It's pretty much, I mean, it's made in Germany, actually. It's got loads of different languages on it. Yeah, it's made in Germany. So hopefully it'll be around. Yeah, exactly, Karen. I like solvent-based glues. They do give a bit of wiggle room. Right, so sticking your heart down, what you want to do is, I start obviously from the back and work forwards. So this piece here doesn't have anything on it. It's all of, so you miss one, stick one, miss one, stick one, miss one, stick one, miss one, and the front one you stick one. Okay, so it does have a smell, Pam. Yes, it does have a smell. So you have to be a bit careful, otherwise you end up a little bit headachy and a little bit, you know, seeing fairies and things. Yeah. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this strip in so it's sort of concertinaed in. I'm going to take my heart and I'm going to stick it on here, making sure the bottom tip doesn't pop out the bottom of the card, making sure it's straight, and making sure the side here doesn't pop off the side. Any excess glue that you end up on your fingers, this is the other thing I like about it, you can rub it off into a little ball and it just comes off. And so I actually put glue over the whole of that tab, but actually it's not, you can't really see, I don't know if you can see that, hold it up a little bit higher, oh, this way. You can't really see the glue on it because I've rubbed it all off. So that's going there. Now I'm going to do the other side, so I'm going to do like left, right as I go along, so I find that a little bit easier. Yeah, I've got collal as well, but I just don't get on with collal glue. I don't know why, I just don't. Right, let me keep these so I know which side I'm doing on which side. You're in the USA, you just found it just now on Amazon, that's good. Yeah, you should be able to get it on Amazon. Right, so then on this side I'm going to do the same thing again. So I'm going to fold that in, and then, so miss one and stick one. So again, I'm just going to put a little bit on. And also the other thing is, when you first get it, whatever you do, do not squeeze the tube when you want it to come out. Just turn it upside down, let gravity take its course. If it needs a little bit of a hand, a little bit of a helping hand, then give it a tiny bit of pressure, but I mean a tiny bit of pressure, because otherwise you're going to end up with it coming out. And you also might find with the glue you end up with strings, so that's the other thing to look out for. So that's the first two hearts on. Okay, so hopefully you can see what I've done there. If I turn them over, they're not completely stuck yet, but I'll just do that like that. Okay, and then what we want to do is go back to the left hand side again, and we're going to go with this card here, with this heart here. So we miss one, and then we glue on the next square. So that's like that, and then we get that. So again, we fold it in like that. So it's just folded in. take the heart, stick it on, make sure the bottom doesn't pop out the bottom, make sure the side doesn't pop out the side, and make sure the whole thing's straight. So that's that like that. Oh, hello. I think that's about straight there. Just hold that down a bit. Have a quick look. You decant yours. Oh, you Kalau glue, that is. Yeah, the yeah, Bernadette, this one's nice. This is the Making Memories paper. It's a nice paper. Right, and then we're going to do this side. So again, I'm going to fold that in. You just need to make sure whenever you stick your heart down, you don't go past where the crease line is. Otherwise, you won't be able to concertina the next one in. And then we're going to put this on, and again, just bring it down. See, with a bit of yoo-hoo, you've got time to kind of move it around, make sure it's straight, make sure it's not poking on the bottom, make sure it's right on the left-hand side. Oh, you decant the tubes with yoo-hoo. Oh, interesting. Okay. Right. Wow. I know I leave mine in my tubes. I daren't. Be scared. Be scared to take it out. Okay, and then we need to do the same again on this side again. So we miss one and then we stick one. So I'm going to concertina that down. And then on this bit here, I'm just going to put some glue. And then take my next heart. And again, just line it up, get it nice and straight. Is it straight at the bottom? Is it straight at the side? Yep, and then just hold it till it dries. Cosmic Shimmer, yeah, I've got have I got Cosmic Shimmer? I think I have. I think someone gave me some Cosmic. I think one of my craft ladies gave me some Cosmic Shimmer. I do use it sometimes, but I tend to use yoo-hoo is the main. I use it for, you know, if I want a bit of gloss or a bit of so decanting the glue means like tipping the glue into a different container. So you're putting it into a different container. So with my Anita's tacky glue, it's in a different pot to this. So I've just decanted it into here. So I've poured it into this little precision tip nozzle bottle. Right, so that's that one done. Then we're going to do the same on this side. So we're going to bend that in. Go for the next one. So you always miss one and then stick one, miss one, stick one, all the way down. And it's always on this inside that you're missing and sticking. You're not sticking on the outside of your strip, you're sticking on the inside of your strip. Okay, so that's that one. Hi, Sandpiper South from the USA. Good to see ya. Right, let's just make sure I don't go past that thing. Okay, so that's there. Just hold on a second. And then last but not least, we miss one. And then on this very end one here, we're going to stick our last heart onto there. So let's do that. Bend that in. Ooh, bend that back like that. Take my last heart and stick him on. Now he's the tiniest. Now the joy with him being the last one is if you wanted to, and I think I will, you can just trim off that little corner. So I've got a little bit of that edge poking up above the heart. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just trim that off when it's dry. Just let it dry. So if you can see that there, you can see that I've got a little corner. So I'm just going to take that off in a minute. Okay, so that's that. And then we're going to, last but not least, the heart on this side. Same again. Super easy this is, actually. It looks really complicated, but it's actually not that complicated at all. Right, so that's that. Like that. Just wait for that to stick. Morning, morning everybody joining us. Right, so that's stuck down. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go with my scissors, and this piece here where my heart is just, I've got a little bit of that strut coming out. I'm just going to trim that away. Same on this side here. There we go, like that. There we go. And then if I open it up, you've got all your hearts. Okay, so that's that. I'm just going to stand it up and just make sure it stands up okay. Oh, now see with this one, yeah, this one's okay. It's a little bit, you might find that if these aren't quite sturdy enough and this is quite heavy, it might want to fall back. So just keep that in mind when you're choosing your, you know, and you can if you want to, because I've only done mats for my hearts. I haven't done base and matte and pattern. So if you wanted to, you could always do that, which would make it a bit more weighty. So that's that, the bulk of it done. I really like this card actually. I think I might be making some more. I definitely see with the man's card this could go really well. And you didn't necessarily have to have all the same type of shape. So you don't have to just have all hearts. If you wanted to, you might be able to get away with doing, you know, like a large, just a little collection of different things, like flowers, I don't know, all sorts of things you could do. Right, so now I'm going to stick my get well soon on there, I think. Let's just see. I wanted it to be on that bottom one. The top one is going to pop above. It's going to pop out. So I think I'm going to have to put it where that blue one is. Yeah. So I'm just going to flip these back. Yes, it can fit in an envelope. It will fit in an envelope for a 5x7. I'll show you in a moment. So this is going to go on there like that. So I'm just going to glue. Oh, I've already put some tape on the back. Look at me. All organised today. Already put tape on the back. My goodness. I think I was desperate not to repeat the shambles of last week. That's what it was. Right, let's stick that down like that. And then these bits that are sticking out, I'm just going to trim off. Let me flip it over. Ooh. And then, I mean, this one's turned out quite thick just because of the layers that I've used. But it is a bit wodgy and it is a bit weighty. But obviously, depending on how thick card you use, depends on how thick your finished card will be. Oh, that's not the best cutting on the side there, but anyway. Right, let's turn this over. There we go. There we go. Get well soon. And then, these go in. I sort of have been layering them up. So with this all closed, I'll show you how thick it ends up being. Now, it's quite thick. You see it's quite thick. So it is quite thick, but as long as you make sure that none of your shapes come outside of your bottom or side when you're sticking them down, then it will fit in an envelope for a 5x7 card. So that's what I like about it. And if you wanted to, you could downsize it, because I almost made a 6x6 because I was using hearts. I almost made it 6x6. The other thing I meant to do and I forgot was round my corners. So on this one I rounded all my corners, which I quite like. I like the rounded corners because of the hearts. But anyway, I forgot to do it on this one, so never mind. There we go. Hey ho. Yeah, if you don't have any dies, you can try with squares, or if you wanted to, you know what might look nice actually, Karen, if you haven't got any dies and you want to try with squares, maybe doing the squares but doing them on their angle so they're like diamonds. That might work quite nice. Just make sure obviously that the diamond from point to point isn't wider than 5 inches. Yeah, butterflies, absolutely. You could use butterflies if you've got like different sizes. I mean, literally you could do what you want. I haven't got, I think my biggest butterfly is probably about, it's probably about that high, so that it wouldn't really work. But if you, I mean, the other thing you could do actually, just bear with me, the other thing you could do is, if you haven't got dies, but you do have like, because you can get this sort of thing like these toppers and stuff, so you could easily just, you know, these are actually already die cut. These were some old ones, some Anita's ones, but if you've got something like this, you could always use these and, you know, back them up. Yeah, as a Christmas card, fantastic. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, if you've got a cricket, you can use a cricket. The other thing as well that I bought recently, so I don't know if you remember the box front card that we did, when was it? I don't know, over the weekend. This is one I made in my craft class, and this butterfly actually was one of the ones from the AliExpress pack. So again, something like that would work. because that's quite big. That's quite, in fact, that's almost as big as that heart. So you could do that as well. The only thing with this is it's got a plastic body, so all the plastic bodies lined up would make it very thick. But if you had something, you know, even if you could just draw around that and use that as a thing, or even if you've stamped, you know, if you've stamped a butterfly, you could use that. So there's literally different ways. There's lots of different ways to skin a cat. That's what they say, isn't it? I don't like that phrase, but yeah. Yeah, Christmas trees. Yeah, that would be good. Little Christmas forest. That would look very nice. Having yeah, two, like, or you could even not have the same size at the back. Have a tall one, a slightly smaller, and just kind of go down in size. That would look nice. Baubles as well would look nice. I mean, literally, the possibilities are endless. There's so many different things. Yes, Rita, absolutely. You get some clip art and enlarge it on the printer. And again, those papers with Antonio makes papers, because you can print them off yourself. I think you can probably adjust the size on them. So some of those bubbly butterflies, you could enlarge. I mean, some of them are big anyway, like that one I used on the front of the card a few weeks back. So again, you could do that. There's literally so many ideas you could do. But yeah, so there you go. So that's the card. So it's as I say, it's quite a nice little card, a bit different. I just thought it was quite cool. So yeah, there we go, people. I know somebody had to leave at 1:30. This is super quick. This wasn't it? This was like super quick. If you want, I can do another one and we can have an experiment with different shapes if you want me to. I know someone's got to go at 1:30, but that has literally only taken me half an hour to do that because I prepped so much. I prepped up to my eyeballs. And so, yeah. But if you want, we could have a go now with a different one. If people want me to do another one, I can do another one and do it with a different shape. Yes, you would like to. Cool. Okay, right. Let's have a look at what shapes I've got. I'd quite like to do a mail card because that's one thing I really struggle with is mail cards. I really struggle with having whatever I was going to say. Mail cards. There you go. That would just be fun watching faff. Yeah, now is the faff. So if you're watching this back and you don't like faff, you can just see you later. Do you know what I mean? If you don't like faff, now's the time to go. Because now proceeds faff. We are entering the faff section of the tutorial right about now. So if you don't like faff, then now's the time to leave us. Right, let me have a look. I'm thinking about cogs is what I was thinking of, because I've got a set here of cogs which could be quite good. How many have I got there? See, the largest looks all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. The littlest is very little. I don't know if that would work. Yeah, you can get your coffee. See, hexagons was another one I thought of actually. Hexagons might work. Let me have a look through my dies. In fact, let me plonk my dies on the table and we can have a look together. Right, let's have a look. What we got? What have we got? What have we got in here? Let's have a moochy through the dies. See, as well, I was thinking about you know, music wise, you could maybe do one. Because the other thing as well I was thinking was that if you wanted it a bit more stable, instead of using a strip like I have here, you could actually use, see you, Karen, you could actually use acetate maybe, or you could use, acetate would be quite difficult to crease, that's the only thing with that, or you could just use card, but have it, you know, like that high, rather than just having a strip, you have it a bit taller. So that's another option. See, the music one would be quite good. You could have different music shapes. There's all sorts. You could do backings. Let's have a look through here. These are all backing. These are all like background dies. Okay, so I've got the cogs at the front there. I think I've got another set of cogs actually. Right, let me have a quick look in my other folder. And then we will have a quick look at butterflies, but I don't think I've got, as I said, my largest butterfly. I don't think it's going to be quite big enough. These are all my Trimcraft dies, these are. Let's have a quick look through. If anybody sees anything, just shout that you think might work. So you've got squares. That's the other thing, is doing diamonds. I'm quite into the diamonds. Quite into the idea of diamonds. Oh, I thought I had another set of. So again, stars would be good for Christmas. You had a big enough set. Circles. I might go circles. Do I have any boats or cars or trucks? I do, but they're small. I do. I have like a whole in here. There's a whole transport section. Where is it? I've got a bike there. I've got a truck and a car and a motorbike and a plane, but they're quite small. They're not very tall. That's any problem. I do have some tools, but they make me laugh. Can I tell you why they make me laugh? They make me laugh because I bought them thinking they were going to be normal size, and then I got them. These are my tools. How tiny are those? Really? I opened them up and literally laughed. So the saw is the largest thing, and that's 2 1/4 inches long. Yes, so I do have tools, but they're tiny. Tiny. Teeny tiny. Oh, you know what else you could do actually? Now. One thing I do have is a seam. It's not a male one though. See what I mean? Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I was just like, are you serious? Are you seriously sending me those? Yeah, I've got cogs in here. These cogs are all too. This is about the average size of my butterfly. They're all quite small. I've got animals. Oh, have you got the same? You got the same tools? Did you know they're going to be that size when you got them, Zinnia, or did you? Yeah, did you have the same shock I had? I do have an idea now. I do have an idea, but yeah. So this is my Do Craft folder, because as some of you might know, I used to demo for Do Crafts and also for Trimcrafts, so I have them separated out. Right, so my idea was these, because these are little like scenery. So what I was thinking was, if we make, instead of making a strip, if we, oh, let's just turn that over. Let me turn this over here. So instead of having a strip, if I make it so it's taller, but not a lot taller, maybe, well, no, actually could go a bit taller actually, and then have like scenery. So we have like one there, it's almost wide enough, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one, the next one, like that. I think that could work well. And you know what as well, I know it's June, but for Christmas that would work well. I am tempted to do a Christmas die, because I've only got a Christmas card, because I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, and I would need more than that for this, because I've got a lot of layers. I've got 8 layers. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I've got 8 layers in total. So, unless we just repeat some. Right, okay, let's use these. Yes, you can hear my brain ticking. I'm glad my brain's actually working. That's always a good thing. Right, I'm going to use these, and I'm going to kind of, because I've got some house dies as well, and I'm thinking I might be able to intersperse it with house dies. Yeah, repeat them, that's what I'm thinking. But I'm thinking I might be able to intersperse them with house dies. Oh, so here's my Christmas. I know, it's almost Christmas, isn't it? I mean, it's, oh my days, I can't even think about Christmas right now. But anyway, this is my Christmas folder. She says, thinking about Christmas. Right, what we've got in here, we have a lot of dies. See, I've got these. Now these are, so this is what I was thinking, these ones. Because these might work in amongst these, I reckon. You had, I know they've got Christmas trees, but if you did them in a non-Christmassy way, that's the only thing about them. Oh, we've got a snowman. Apart from the snowman, apart from the snowman, they're not Christmassy, and the Christmas tree. They're not that bad. So I might be able to intersperse with those. These are a bit too much. You've got a Father Christmas and a die. See, this is what I was thinking. These house dies, maybe. Oh, I forgot about half of these really nice dies at the back here. It's got these right near the end. In fact, I got these in the new year. No, not at all, Bernadette. Not at all. I'm just glad you clarified it, because I always find it difficult to, you know, know what to say. Yes, Silver Granny, you could use snowflakes, but I am going to go down this road, I think, because I like the idea of this. This could look very interesting. So we're going to learn together today. So I don't know how long this is going to take me. I have to go and do school run in about an hour and a half. So it can't take me more than an hour and a half. Otherwise, we'd have to abandon ship. Okay, I can't use the little one with the snow. Let's cut the snowman off. Then I could. Maybe we'll have him. Maybe we'll have that as well. Right, okay, let me put this to one side. Bye, Bernadette. See you again soon. You can watch the faff later if you want to, or you can just not. So it's really up to you. Okay. Right, let me think now what I'm going to use paper-wise. I might just keep it down to plain colours. I think pattern papers might get a bit confusing. I think I know the perfect thing. I think the back one, so where I've got the stripes on this, I think I'm going to use a cloud. So let me find my cloud paper, because I've used it before and I love it. This one. I think that's going to work well. So let's cut out a 4.5 by 6.5 in that. This does mean that I'm going to have to move my tablet out of the way. Put it up there. So I need to be able to get to my guillotine. Right, let's get cracking. This is going to be a bit like when I used to do demos. You can't think too much about what you're doing. You just have to crack on and hope for the best. Right, 4.5 by 6.5. I think it already is. Yep, 4.5 by 6.5. That's that. Then I'm going to need I think we're going to go for a white base because it's easier. A white base, that is 5 by 7. So here's my white card. This is a 240 GSM. So we're going to stick with that. 5 by 7. There's that. And then I need to get a mat out. And I think I'm going to go hot pink for the mat. I think that will work. Although I could actually... no, I'm going to go hot pink. Hot pink for the mat. Get my hot pink mat out. I don't know if that's quite the right colour. Needs to be a bit more pinky than that one. Let's try. Let's get a better pink. Let's see, where have I got a better pink? No, it's not a man's card. We've gone off piste of the man's card. We've gone into landscape. Because I didn't have the cogs. The cogs aren't quite big enough. So you have to bear with me while I walk around my craft and finding the right papers. Yeah, no, we've gone off the man card. Just because, as I said, I like the idea of using, because my cogs aren't going to be big enough. So I think that one. Just try. It's not quite the right colour, but I don't mind it. This is what takes the time up. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you wanted a man's card. I did want a man's card as well. But it's not to be. Right, let me find a pink. Oh, come out, Mr. Card. Oh, dearie me. Right, bear with. Let's find a pink. That might be one. I've got a pink in it. Right, talk amongst yourselves while I sort out this. Oh, I think I've got some pink in here. I know ladies' cards are so much easier. They are. It just comes a bit of a pain when you actually want a man's card. Here we go. We'll use this one. This is a Hobbycraft pack. I love these Hobbycraft packs. And these are quite thin as well. So this is only 180 GSM. So this is going to be perfect for this. So this needs to be 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. I need 2 of them. One for the front, one for there, and one for the back. So let's get another 4 3/4. Oh, I haven't got enough. That's a shame, isn't it? Okay, right then. So we'll have to sort out the back later. I don't have enough pink to go on the back. Oh, get that back in there. Right, let me stick this down quickly. And then you get those. Yeah, they're good, aren't they? I really like those pads. They're quite thin paper, but for things like this, they work quite well. Right, let me stick this down. I still don't use these teacups as teacups. One day I'll use the teacups. As if I haven't used all the paper up for the clouds. Right, let's stick this down onto the mat. There we go. Like that. And then let's stick the mat down onto the base. This is what I like about Yoo-hoo, it's so quick to use. Because right now I'll be scrabbling with double-sided backing if I was using tape. It's a bit easy with the old Yoo-hoo. Okay, let's whack that onto there like that. Okay. Now, let's think the highest. What am I going to put at the very back? I think, so the very back needs to be kind of the furthest away, doesn't it? Kind of quite like the idea of the church being at the back, if I'm honest, because it's tall. So I think I'm going to have the church at the back, and then I think we will have now we've got a lot of layers, you know. I might change the folds on this, because on this one I've got, as I said, I've got quite a lot. I've got okay, Cynthia, you've got to go. I've already said, yeah, Cynthia. Okay, I think Cynthia's probably already gone. I've probably missed you, but yeah, Church on a Hill I think is good. But what I'm thinking is, you know, like with this we've got 8. I think I might make less, so it's not going to need to be as long. So let's work out how many layers you want, because I don't really want them to overlap too much. Kind of want one there, and then we've got the tree and the house, and then maybe do a I think the garden one needs to be maybe at the front, so that probably needs to be the bottom one, and then maybe one more in between, maybe that one, or we go, I think we need to go with this one, don't we? Intersperse. It's got a Christmas tree, but whatever. I think like that. 1 2 3 4. I reckon that will work. Yeah, I think so. Unless we want to change that one for the people swinging. Yeah, I think that one actually. Let's go for the little girl swinging. Right, okay, so put those down there. I'll put those away later. So that works quite nicely then. So we only need 4. So we're going to need, let me work this out, 2 creases on either side, which means that, oh my goodness, we're doing quick maths now. What have you guys done to me, man? I'm doing quick maths. So we need 2 on this side and 2 on that side, which means we need 1 2 3 4 5. All right, 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, 5 inches. So it needs to be 5 inches wide, and then the height is going to need to be people swinging. Oh, you want the people? Yeah, the swing. I think the swing's better. What are what you were saying then? People swinging, please. I might be swinging in a minute. Right, this is going to be, I think we'll go with 4 and a, oh no, I need to cut it out. I need to cut out the full thing, don't I? Oh, no, I don't, because I'm going to be cutting that out. Okay, so we need 4 and 4 1/4 for the first one. So 4 1/4, that's the height. So that's the back piece. This is going to get technical, you know. And then this one here, the left-hand side, needs to be 2 1/2, I reckon. Or maybe 2 3/4? 2 3/4. Let's go 2 3/4. 2 3/4 height. 2 3/4 height, and that's 5. Excuse my messy handwriting. And this is the right hand side. This is the left. Okay, cool. Right. So for this one, we are going to need, I'm going to use, am I going to use white? Or am I going to use, I'm trying to work out what colour I'm going to use. I'm going to do these things in. Any suggestions on colour? For what colour I'm going to cut out the panel that will have the trees and the houses, that will have the swings, the little girl, etc. What colour? What colour should I do? I think I might go white for my sides, but it's just what colour those panels are going to be. Let me know in the description. Not the description, in the chat. Let me know what colour. Right, that's what I need. I need a 5 by 4.5 and a 5 by, I reckon I can probably get it out of there. Right. So let's cut side panels out. White, you reckon? Okay, so 5 by 4.5. 5 by 4.5. 4.5 by 5. White. Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering about tonal shades, Sparkly Lady. Everyone's saying white. I'm wondering about tonal. I'm wondering about that being a similar colour to the matte, and then going slightly paler, slightly paler, slightly paler as you come forward. That's what I'm considering. That's what I'm considering. What did I just do with that piece? Is that the one? 5. No, that's not it. Is this it? What have I just done with the piece I've just cut to size? Oh, that's it there. 5 by 4.5. And then I need a 5 by 2 3/4. 5 by 2 3/4, which is there. So that's the other side. Right, let me just get my, I have got a purple, but it's more of a, because look, I've got a pale, a darker, going all the way dark, but I don't know whether that's gonna, or we could go down the pink route, which is this one. We've got a pale, oh yeah, that's better. I think I'm going to go with this, but not the red. I'm not going to go as far as the red. I think this one. We could do that one's the darkest. It's not quite that hot pink, but it's very close. Then we could go slightly paler and like that. Yeah, I think the pinks. I think we're onto something, people. My goodness, look at us creating together. This is a group affair, this is. Right, so that means I need to cut out. So I think one of those, definitely one of the lightest. That one there. Actually, I've got a bit slightly smaller. Yeah, that's definitely the lightest one. And then 2 more in between. So I reckon, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. So that one maybe, and that one, are they not the same? They're similar. That's, I think probably that one then. I think probably, sorry, one you can't see just yet. That and that. And then the other one, that one. Those is what I'm thinking. Oh, because there's quite a good change in those. Like that. I think there's probably enough there that we're going to get cutting out circles and making snowmen different sizes. That sounds like a good plan as well. Right, so I'm going to do then. So the first one needs to be, hi Zanya. The first one needs to be 4 1/4. No, it needs to be more than that. It needs to be 5 by 7 because I've got to cut my church out. So, so we want to go dark to light, don't we? So we want to go 5 inches wide. 5 inches wide, and height, I'm going to have to go 7 for this first panel. because I need to be able to cut my, so that's my first panel. Let me move this heart one out of the way. That's my first panel. Let's move those to one side. And then my next panel is this one. And this one needs to be right, so from about there, isn't it? So about 4 inches, I reckon. Maybe. So 5 inches wide again, because that's how wide the card is. 5 inches wide by, I'm going to go 4.5 just to make sure I've definitely got enough, because I don't want to end up not quite enough. Okay, so that's that one. And then the next one is 5 inches wide. There we go. Oh. 5 inches wide by this one here, which is, what's that, roughly 3. So let's go 3.25 just for argument's sake. Let's go 3.5 just to make sure. I'd rather have a bit too much than not enough. And then the front one, 5 inches wide, which it is, by my tree, 2.5. 5 inches by 2.5. That is 5 inches. Yeah, 5 inches by 2.5. There, like that. So that's the front one. Okay, right. Let's get die cutting then. Let's get die cutting. Now, one thing I am going to do is I'm going to score these first before I die cut. Let me just quickly score my side pieces. Move that over there very carefully. Let's just get my scoreboard out. So this one was, height was 4.5, so that's definitely the width. So yeah, so the width. So I need to score every inch. Is that right? Final answer, yes. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Same with this one. 5 inches is that, yeah, that's right. So 1, 2, score every inch, 3, 4, like that. Okay, so this one is my right hand side, so it needs to go starting from the where it goes around the back of the card. It needs to be a mountain, then a valley. There we go. Then a mountain, and then a valley. Hopefully that will work. So that goes around the back, and that's like that. So then you've got the church goes there, and then the little houses go there. Perfect. Right, so that's that one. Then this one is on the left hand side. Mountain, valley, mountain, valley, like that. And that goes that way. I know it's good, isn't it, this scoreboard? I love this scoreboard. Actually love it. Right, so that's those ones done. So I'm going to stick those on now. Oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't. Let me hold on, because I don't want to move all my dies quite yet, because they're all nicely placed. So let's put that there like that. So let's bring my die cutting machine in. I'm going to use my big shot just because it's easier right now. Do that now like that to move my bits out of the way. Move these over here. Okay, right, so we'll start with the smallest one at the front. So let's get this on. Oh, let's just turn it around a second. Work out what's going to be knocked off. So it's going to be about the right, so it needs to be about there then. So it pops off the top. Yeah, about there. I would normally turn it sideways, but I've positioned it now, so tough bananas. I just have to cope with it. Oh. There we go. Oh, just messing up the layers. There we go. Right. So there's the first one. Yeah, I need to turn it sideways. It couldn't cope with it. Let's just go back in. Now, see, I normally use my Gemini for this sort of thing, but I didn't want to make loads of noise. Right, let's just get this back in again. I'm going to run it through again. It hasn't quite cut. Let's turn this around. Pretty sure that's in place. Let's just get this on without it moving. Oh, hopefully that hasn't moved. Hopefully I've managed to get it back in the right place. This isn't very thick card, so I think I've obviously, it's just because I did it the wrong way round. I think that's the problem. Let's turn it over. Yeah, that looks like it's cut this time. Fabulous. Excellent. There we go. So that's our front piece done. I'll do all my little bits in a minute. So that's the front one done. Just pop my bits out. And then let's move on to the next one. I'm just popping all the bits out just so I don't end up having to, if I forget about it, then it's just really annoying when you come back to it and it's got bits in it. Yep, that's that one. Oh no, almost done. There it is. There we go. Right, that's that one. Oh, I'll put it in the wrong place. Right, so that's one bit done. Now let's do the next layer. Okay, so this is the next one. And this is going to be this one. Now, I need to kind of put it on. I'm going to have to put it level. And then what I'm going to have to do is cut extra bits either side. As long as my houses are up the right way, that's the main thing. And I am going to tape it into position because I have a feeling that is going to move if I'm not careful. I don't want it to move. That would be very annoying. So let's just position it down. Doesn't matter if it tears this paper because I don't need that bit. Let's turn it sideways because that tends to cut better on that edge. Run it through. There we go. Right. Okay. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it cuts, if it tears the paper because I don't need that bit. Right, so that's that, and then let's just continue on this bit of mounting and this bit here. Oh, and then I shall poke all those bits out in a moment. There's that, there's that. Okay. Moving on to the next layer. I'm liking this tonal pink business. I'm really liking this tonal pink business. So this is this one. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, put mine on the edge. I'm just positioning it like this. And then I'm taping it into position because I also usually put it on the edge. So let's take this into position here and here. Turn it on the edge. I might end up having to put it through my Gemini actually. I feel like it will cut a lot better if I do. It's just very noisy, that's all. Let's see how well this is cut. I might run it through on my other one. Oh no. No, I think that looks cut to me. So that's good. Let's take the tape off. There we go. And this side. Okay. Oh, oh, and then it says that. Oh, it's very fine. Oh, we've lost the kite. Okay. There's me trying to keep the kite on. Actually, the kite, because it's part of the frame, it doesn't want to stay on. Okay. Right, I'll work this tree out in a minute. Let's just take a bit of it out for now, and then oh, I'll come back and sort that out in a minute. Very delicate bits. There we go. Well, I'll take the rest of these bits out in a minute. So that's that one. And then last but not least, we have the church on the hill. So let's put that on there. Again, we'll put it nice and... I'm going to put it off to one... Oh, you know what I might do actually? Put it off to one side like there. And then just add another die with houses on. Just to finish off that other side. Is that straight? Yeah, that's straight. Now this one I will do on my Gemini because I can't put it sideways because it's too long. So let me do it on my Gemini to excuse the noise that my Gemini makes. I have to move my tablet back over here. It is a lovely set of dies. I really like these dies, I have to say. I've used them quite a few times. They are very delicate. That's the only thing I would say, is that they are very delicate. Bear with me while I get to my cutting mat, cutting plates. Oh, just around there. Right. Yeah. They let's put this on here. Turn it round. There we go. Yeah, they are quite delicate, but excuse the noise. Excuse the noise. It cuts really well, my Gemini, so we're going to go for that. There we go. Right. And then I was thinking I could do another layer of houses just to the other side of that. Oh, just get rid of this. Use bits and bobs. There we go. Right, let's have a look at this, and then I'm going to use another lot of houses. I'm going to get... Oh no, it does sound like a food blender. It's not a food blender. It's my machine. I'm afraid my Gemini is very noisy. Very noisy indeed. Very noisy. Right, let's just have a look. Is that going to be too... No, I reckon I could squeeze in another house there. Yeah, I love my... You know what? I didn't have a Gemini for ages. I was like, no, don't need an electric cutting machine. Don't need it, don't need it. And then my last birthday, in fact, it's probably about a year since I've had it actually. I then thought, oh, maybe I will. And yeah, I'm glad I did. Because I love it. Right, there I'm just trying to cut. And that's not going to work, is it? Unless I put the house there. Put the house there, it'll work. Just wanted to have one more thing so it's not blank there. Yeah, I put off getting a Gemini for absolutely ages. I had a Spellbinders Grand Caliber, which I loved. Really, really liked it. Didn't see the need. And then when I started getting arthritis in my fingers, which is why they're all so bumpy and horrible, I just thought, you know, actually, I had a look at prices. I'll just wait for the Gemini to finish because it's rather loud. Yeah, when I was looking at prices, the price of the Grand Caliber, I actually found an offer on the Gemini that was meant the Gemini was only £20 more than getting a Grand Caliber. So I was like, well, for the price of getting a Grand Caliber, you know, 20 quid, I think we're going to do it. So I gave in and got one. And I'm so glad I did. I actually had a friend, I've got a friend who said to me, you know, you won't regret it. It's the best thing. And he was right. He was right. So yeah. Right, let's put these bits in the bin. Okay, so we've got all our bits cut out now. I've got a little big shot. I did look at the A4 ones, but I've also got X cuts from when I used to work with D-crafts. So I kind of thought I shouldn't have too many, otherwise, you know, it's a bit excessive. Okay, so I've got quite a big gap between these two layers, but that's all right. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Yeah, that's a bit tall actually. I might bring, yeah, I'm going to chop a bit off the bottom of this one. This one's a bit tall, but I would rather it be too tall than too short. So let's cut about, how much do we need to cut? About ½ inch. About ½ inch off that one. So about to there. There we go. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Right, let's pop all my bits out now, and then we can stick them all together. So this is the fun bit, popping all your little bits and bobs out. Pop all these little bits out. A Sizzix switch. Is that like the electronic Sizzix? I've not heard of a Sizzix switch. That sounds interesting. I'm presuming that's like a Sizzix version of a Gemini. Is it? I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm guessing that it is. This is the fun pokey outy bit. This is where we discover bits that haven't cut properly. Oh, come on. Hopefully not. Oh, come on. Come on, roof tiles. Out you come. Right, so I have to sit and watch me poke bits out now. This is the bit I would normally fast forward when I'm doing videos. I do have a brush, before anybody mentions about a brush. But, yeah. This card's quite delicate, so I feel like if I use one of them brushes for die cutting, it's just going to destroy the card. So we're doing it one by one instead. So let's poke the windows out. There we go. That's that one done. That one done. That one done. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's quite new. Yeah, I thought it was. I haven't heard of it. I've not seen anything on Insta about it. I don't think, have I? Maybe I have. Maybe I have seen something about it, but I've just not registered. Is the switch A4? I presume that they would do it A4, or are they doing? Have they done like a both? They've done like a mini and an A4, because that sort of would make sense for them to do that. And that one's all poked. Right, cool. Okie dokie. Right. Is that 9-inch cutting bed? Oh, we'll cut deep dives and everything. Oh, sounds good. Oh, that sounds very good. I think as well, because they would have learnt from mistakes, weren't they? So they would have learnt from, you know, the mistakes of like a Gemini or whatever. Right, if we go that one there, that one there, that's coming off that side, that's coming off that side, and that's coming off that side. I feel like the front one needs to come that way. Yeah, so that means I need to do that and that need to come off that side, and this need to come off this side. Okay, now I'm going to stick these onto this and then put it onto here, because if I need to trim anything, I want to trim it while it's not attached to a card. This could go horribly wrong, but hopefully not. This bit here is what's going to tuck around the back of the card and have glue on it. And then I'm going to put the dark pink will go on here, and this mid pink will go on here. So let's stick this one onto here. Yeah, see, so I kind of need to start about there, really, I think. So I'm going to have to trim that amount off the bottom. So this is why I thought I'd better look first. So let's just take that down to there. So actually the height of this is going to be less than 4.5. Everything, there it is. Right, so let's just get this in my trimmer and trim it down. So it's 3 3/4 now. Okay, so that's going to go there, 3 3/4. That's good. And then this one, I'm going to need to come down a step. So that's there. Then this needs to go on there like that. And it needs to be like here. Oops. Oh no, I've just drawn on the front of my pink. That was a bit silly. There we go. Right, so that's like that. So on this front section here, I'm going to need to trim up here like this. And I think we will come straight across that hinge as well, otherwise that's going to get in the way. So like that, and then straight down here. Like that. Okay, so that's going to go around the back. That's going to go on there like that, and then that's going to fold forward like that, and then this will go on there. Like that. Okay. Probably need to cut a tiny bit more off that one. Right, let's just go in a straight line. Straight down there. It's better if it's too short rather than too big. Right. Okay, so that's what my side piece looks like. So I'm happy now. I'm actually going to stick this straight on this one. Hello, Beth. Thank you, Rita. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. I think this might end up being nicer than the other one, the original. This is the way it goes, isn't it? It's like that ship card we did last live. I actually preferred that to the one I'd, pre-done. So there you go. Right, let's stick that in there like that. And just hold that in and stick that down. Stick that on. And just press on just make sure it goes nicely. Okay, got a few stringy bits. There we go. Okay, now I noticed that there was a little bit poking out. When I do this here, there's a little bit of white there. I am just going to, actually I'm going to trim a little bit off. I'm going to trim a little bit off the side because I'm worried that when I put the other one on this side, this might butt up against it. So I'm just going to, take a tiny bit, and I do mean a slither off that side. In it, this is proper live. This is live and uncut. Literally live and uncut in every single way. Live and uncut. Even my paper was uncut. That's how uncut it is. Right, so that's going to go on there like that. Yes, perfect. Good. I've got a nice little gap there. That looks good to me. What I've done with my glue, there it is. Right, so let's get this glue on here and stick this down. Oh. Like that, like that. So that's that one in. And then fold this one down here, and that mid pink one is going to go on there, and there's no white showing. It doesn't look too long, so we're good to go. So I'm going to stick this on here like that, and then grab this one, and then because it's glue I can wiggle room it into place, making sure it's level on the bottom and it's level on the side. Okay, like that. Just shimmy it down a tiny bit. Right, so that's that side done. So yes, that cloud paper was from the range. I'll show you the pad in a minute. It's one they've got. They should have it in now actually, because I didn't get it. It wasn't that long ago I got it, probably maybe March time. So thank you, Sally. Yeah, I am too actually. I think it's think it's coming along quite nicely. It's coming along better than I thought. Oh, I've just realised I've stuck this down. I shouldn't have done that yet. I should have cut the bits. But anyway, whatever. We'll cut as we go. Why not? We're living dangerously right now. Right, so that's there like that. Then this one is where this is sticking. So this is sticking onto there, and actually that's fine. Let me check the front. The front needs just sizing down a little bit. Quite a lot, actually. So the front one is there. So literally, we are going to need to come just below there. Okay, so let me just open this up. And I'm gonna draw with a ruler, because I just have a feeling after 6 hours sleep my lines are not going to be the straightest. So we'll put this on. Hang on, I'm going to do it all cack-handed if I do it that way around. Let me do this around. I don't want to bend me church. Ooh. There we go. Right, that's better. So let's make it slightly lower than we need it. Oh, don't want to go too far. Just across the 2. Don't do across 3. Just across the 2. So let's get rid of that pencil mark there. And then let's just cut straight down here. Like that. And then straight down this second score line. Like that. Okay, so let's stick this one down then. Oh, am I out the way, Mr. Flower? So that goes there. It's going to go here. So let's get the glue again. The glue on this tab here. There we go. Put my church down. Fold that tab down. Get my second layer in. Hold it into that edge there and make sure it's straight along the bottom. Now I have got a little bit of white showing there, so I'm going to get back in a minute and just trim that so I don't have that, because that will bother me. Although actually I'm probably going to, no, I will trim that. You might see the one from behind, but yeah, I will trim that. Then that comes down, oops, hello, that comes down there, and then we need the front one, which is this one here. There we go. And then we want to put our little swings at the front. Oh, have I got the problem there? What's going on there? Something's not lying flat. Okay, we'll sort that out in a minute. So pick up my tree, my very delicate tree. Ooh. My little ladies. There we go, like that. Up a tiny bit. There. Like that. Okay, and then I just need to trim that little white edge off here, because that's annoying. So let's just open this up. I've got to be super careful that I don't end up trimming something I don't want to trim. There we go. Okay, there we go. Yes, I think you're right, Rita. I'm actually really loving that. And then when it opens up, let me just stand it up and oh, yes. Oh, you have to wait till you see the photo of that. That looks amazing. Sorry, guys, you can't see it. It looks really good. You're not really going to get it, but when it stood up, it looks properly cool. It looks properly cool. The only thing is, obviously, this is the same as this one. So what I might do, if I did it again, so if I do a Christmas one, which I think I will do, what I might do is on this side, have an inch and then an inch. And then this bit that extends up, I might make 1.5 inches and then an inch. So on this side, you go inch from the back, 1.5 inches up, and then inch across, and then probably what, I don't know, 1.5 inches up again, so you're not, because these are literally on level with each other. I mean, it doesn't matter too much, because when you stand it up, it kind of, yeah, when you stand it up, it's not such a problem. Oh, that way around. It's not such a problem. You have got kind of big blank spaces. Let me try and hold it. So that's kind of what it looks like when it's up. So you have got big blank spaces here. And actually, I think what I would probably do, don't know why that's twisting, is for Christmas I would put little snowy mounds and stuff. I might put some little, I don't know, sparkly things in, glossy accents. I don't know. I'll think about something, or maybe even if I've got a grass stamp, just with like a pink, like a same colour, just a slight tonal, maybe that might work. Or even for the sentiment, I might put the sentiment there. I could put a little sentiment here and a little sentiment there, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just thinking stamping on it. Yeah, but that I'm impressed with that. That looks rather nice. So there you go, people. There you go. We winged it and we did it. It's not wanting to fold. Oh, it will fold flat. So I didn't want to fold flat just then. But yeah, yeah, sentiment. I think a sentiment and probably some little stamp. I think I've got some little grass stamps. But yeah, this paper pad, just in case anybody wants to have a look for it, it's this one. Watercolor Designs. It's a bit random. It's a bit of a random paper pad. It's got all sorts in it. It's all different colours, but I quite like it. I think it's quite nice. It's got, and you'll see I've cut into it lots. Move out the way. Oh, don't squash me flowers. Don't squash me flower. Yeah, it's got all sorts. I'm actually going to use that lemon and lime paper that you just saw. I've used this. This is beautiful. It's all watercolory. But I'm going to use this one, I think, because I've got a whole load. I've got that die set that I showed you on the Coca Rosa Studio thing, which I like. As I'm having a place, I've cut a whole load of lemons and limes out just off here off camera. I've got a whole stack of them, and so I'm planning a card with that, and I'm thinking I might team it up with this paper. But yeah, it's quite a nice paper, as you can see. Real eclectic mix of stuff. You've got watermelons, you've got cupcakes, you've got, goodness me, deers, feathers, flowers. It's got loads in it. But little presents, that's quite nice as well, like that. Bees and honey pots, chili peppers. And this is the paper one. They should have put more of this in because it's got the cups on one side and the paper. But I love that cloud. It's such a nice cloud. And then you get the repeat of everything else all over again at the back there. But yeah, it's a nice pad. It's a nice pad. So there you go. Right, well, that was definitely designing on the fly. That was definitely designing on the fly, yes. But we got 3 cards out of it, so I think that's a win. And the other one was completely different, and we really changed it up, that one, because that's completely different again. So yes, I hope you enjoyed today. I'm going to run off because it's now 2 o'clock, and I've literally got 35 minutes before I've got to go and pick up my son. So I'm going to do a runner. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that. And I'm going to try and do it. Let's think. I think I've got about 3 or 4 weeks till the summer holidays. So I'm going to try and do another live next Tuesday again at 12:30. Obviously, you should have a video on Friday. Should have a video on Sunday. I wanted to have a play with alcohol inks at some point. Haven't had a chance yet, but when I do, that will be an extra different day, because I know quite a lot of you don't do. Well, I know people are like into folds, not necessarily into inks, so I'm gonna have a bit of a play myself. But yeah, so there'll be a few videos, and I need to get ahead of my videos because of the summer holidays coming, because things do get a bit tricky. But yeah, but thank you all for joining me. Like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, you know, the usual YouTuber thing. Don't forget to head over to Coca Rosa Studios and have a look at their website, have a look at their dies. You get 25% off if you use the code. I'll put it in the description. Don't forget to go over to Antonio Makes if you haven't already. And yeah, have fun. A Louis 10 for 10% off your orders on Antonio Makes. I'm trying to think of all the things I need to mention before I come off. I think that's it. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to give you a quick sneaky peek. This is a quick sneaky peek of a card that's coming up very soon. Okay, you ready for this? This is literally going to whiz across your screen. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What? Yes, that's a little quick sneaky peek of what I filmed this morning. It was involved, but it looks lovely. Right, okay, I'm going to go. So thank you all for joining me, and we'll see you. Well, I'll see you live stream next Tuesday at 12:30. 12:30 new time, not 12. Because of giving me a bit more time to get stuff done in the morning. And yeah, we did have a laugh, Sheila. And I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone. Bye. Oh, let me say, I want to stop. Oh my goodness. There we go.